You're mad because you thought you were all black? Well, you're half of Daddy, and Daddy's black, right?
Daddy's a boy.
Cam, you're black, Filipino, and Mexican. You're half of Daddy and half of Mommy, so you're half of what Daddy is and half of what Mommy is, right? Why are you so upset about it?
I want to be all black.
You want to be all black?
Yeah. How much half black am I?
What do you mean?
What number?
50%. You want it to be more?
Yeah.
Like how much?
100.
Why are you so upset?
Because I think I'm white. If I'm half black, that means I'm white.
You're not white.
How do you know? Half black can only be all black. Bye.
I am not black. I mean, that's what the world calls me, but it's not me. I didn't come out of my mother's womb saying, "Hey, everybody, I'm black." No, I was taught to be black. And you were taught to call me that, along with whatever you call yourself. It's just a label. See, from birth, the world force feeds us these labels. And eventually, we all swallow them. We digest and accept the labels, never, ever doubting them. But there's one problem. Labels are not you and labels are not me. Labels are just labels. But who we truly are is not skin deep. See, when I drive my car, no one would ever confuse the car for me. Well, when I drive my body, why do you confuse me for my body? It's my body. Get it? Not me. Let me break it down. See, our bodies are just cars that we operate and drive around. The dealership we call society decided to label mine the black edition, yours the Irish or white edition. And with no money down, 0% APR, and no test drive, we were forced to own these cars for the rest of our lives. Forgive me, but I fail to see the logic or pride in defining myself or judging another by the cars we drive. Because who we truly are is found inside. Listen, I'm not here to tell you how science has concluded that genetically we're all mixed and race in the human species doesn't exist, or how every historian knows that race was invented in the 15th century to divide people from each other and it has worked perfectly. No, I'm not here to lecture. I just want to ask one question. Who would you be if the world never gave you a label?
It's something that I don't usually talk about because I'm afraid that I'm making people uncomfortable. It's something that affects me in almost every aspect of life.
To Korea with my mom, some woman walked up to my mom and she asked, "Why is your daughter so dark?" In Korea, you have to be pale, and I almost felt like a foreigner and not so much Korean anymore.
When we turn off the lights, they say, "Oh, Salorm, where did you go?" Or, "Oh, you're really pretty for a dark-skinned girl." Are you saying that my race and just the fact that I am black, is that not attractive in general?
I remembered one time that I wanted to be an angel in a parade. At that time, they were like kind of racist, you know, they didn't like black people to be angels. And my mommy got kind of freaked out. She was going like, "Please don't, you cannot be an angel because they're gonna laugh at you." I said, "But mommy, I am an angel." And finally, I was an angel. And I was the only black angel walking in the street. And my mommy was so proud about it, and I was proud too.
My mom started buying me a cream called Fair and Lovely. I was in 3rd grade when I started using bleaching creams. And the whole general idea was, if I'm lighter, I'll have a better life. I'll find somebody that's gonna love me. There would still be light and dark patches on my body and my face. It's painful, it would hurt, and I started breaking out in like bad rashes. And no one said anything. I had to stop it myself.
How about that? I'm from Pakistan. Fuck the travel ban, bitch, I still made it here.
He's an undocumented immigrant. Crystal, you were sighing?
Well, yeah, because I think Kelly is wrong. We don't have an obligation to take care of people who broke the law to enter our country illegally, continue to stay here. And Mr. Vargas, you know, I don't think you bring him up in your story, Kelly. But what you're saying is that Vargas has a right to stay here because he was brought here illegally by his parents. He was a child once too, just like all those children trying to flood our borders. So you're saying deport them, but he should stay. I think that's the wrong argument. I think you are right about one thing though. Democrats are on the losing end of this because I think what's going to happen is it's going to reframe the debate on immigration. I think Democrats and Republicans alike who might have been supportive of some kind of amnesty are now taking a step back. That's why you're seeing all these protesters at the borders. And to your point, Kelly, especially black Americans are saying, wait a minute, in cities like Chicago, Detroit, and you know other in Washington D.C., you have black kids getting slaughtered, and like Reverend Jesse Jackson said, and I don't often agree with him, why can't they take a couple of those billion and help the situation right here in our own backyards? So I think, if anything, this will reframe the debate. This will educate Americans about what immigration reform means, and I think more Americans will want immigration enforcement. Not carte blanche amnesty.
Here's why I completely disagree with the comparison, though, between Jose and these children. Jose has no cultural ties at this point to the country in which he was born. I mean, if you dropped him off there, what is he going to... That's not true. They just got here.
Children. So they should have been deported, like Jose should have been deported when he first came over
but
here.
He wasn't.
So what are you saying?
But he wasn't. So what I'm saying is, Crystal, I mean, I don't know if you identify as African American. I do. But if you dropped me off in Africa, I couldn't speak the language. I wouldn't speak the language. I wouldn't have any cultural ties to the continent, even though it's the continent of my origin.
I don't have any ties to
Jose does not have cultural ties to the Philippines because he was. Why isn't it? He wasn't raised there.
Because I was born. My ancestors, I can trace them, were brought over here on slave ships. We helped build this country.
He was brought here not by choice.
Don't try to equate slavery to illegals.
He was brought here not by choice.
Do you think but my ancestors didn't say, let me jump on the boat, let me die from the journey.
Neither did mine,
let me get
but
whipped.
he didn't either.
Come on, Kelly, come on. It's not the same argument.
He has no cultural ties to the country in which he was born.
Don't equate slavery
these children
to
still have cultural ties
deliberately
to the country they're
laws
from.
To come here. That doesn't mean they should
Carol,
stay.
if you see a difference, feel free to let me know. But what I'm saying is, if you return me to a country of which I have no cultural ties because I wasn't raised there, I don't think that's fair. I wouldn't know how to survive there, and neither would he or any of the other dreamers.
But you're saying we should deport
here.
But you're saying, Kelly,
America.
But Kelly, you're saying we should deport the 50,000 kids that have come over since October.
Who still have cultural ties to that country because they just got here. I don't think it's complicated.
A 6-month-old has cultural ties to that country? Come on, Kelly.
Although
he's not going to